It really started, as many of our projects in research and development, for fun. So back in 2009, when AI was not in the hype and virtual assistants were certainly not, we were working in several research and development projects just for fun. But this particular one that was related to natural language, we wanted to have a software, a piece of software, an artifact that we could use to talk, to interact as humans. Sophie was not the first chatbot ever, but certainly was one of the first that we had back in Brazil. That's where Sophie was created. But chatbots in general, they were at that time very limited. You know, we didn't have all the amazing tools that we have nowadays. So even in that moment, Sophie had an edge. Was what we tried to do since the beginning was simulate, with all the limitations that still brings, humans thinking. And the first product that put all of that together was called Parley.
I'm Carla Ferber, Global Marketing VP, and specifically for North America and APAC also. And I was the one responsible for humanizing Sophie with my team.
I'm Laura Dobrowolski. I'm creative manager, and I also worked on the design of Sophie. So when I started with the company, one of my first projects here was to work on humanizing Sophie. Our manager at the time decided that we wanted to take her from a chatbot into actually humanizing Sophie. So that was one of my first projects when I started.
I'm Tim Basham, multimedia design. I'm one of the designers of Sophie and also did her animation.
When I started working with Whoopi had Parley. Parley was the virtual assistant, and we're talking about Parley, and Parley, they had different type of Parleys for different purpose, but Parley didn't have a look and feel, didn't have any visual, and that was really bugging me. How can you be a virtual assistant if I can't talk to you, if I can't see you? So we need to humanize. I can't have any emotion connection or any kind of connection if I can't really have something tangible that if it is someone that is assisting me, I have to see who you are. So then we started, I was thinking, let's brainstorm and see how we can humanize. So we got the marketing team together, and then we start brainstorming. Because we had the photo boards with some images that we had discussed what she should look like. She should be neutral. She shouldn't really have to be identified by any race or any country. She wasn't Brazilian or American. She had to be from everywhere.
So we took all these personality traits and transformed them into her physical traits. So things like giving her a very welcoming looking face. We didn't want her to have any like really sharp features.
More welcoming, so we gave her brown hair, we gave her a ponytail.
We also wanted her to have a very intelligent look, so we really put a focus on her eyes.
My manager came to us and said that we needed Sophie for an event coming up in 3 weeks.
I called Tim and Laura, the creatives that work with us, and I asked them, do you guys know how to use 3D? Do you have any experience? And they said, a little bit personally. I said, great, you have 3 entire weeks to work on Sophie.
And we had to design Sophie for a projected hologram. And we had to have her ready for the event, so that was some quick research, and we got together the program, and we designed Sophie and got her into this hologram.
We got it done in 3 weeks.
I think when we were creating Sophie, we had 2 challenges. One more on the conceptual, when we were creating her personality, because we didn't do that based on survey or research. We have created those different type of personas and personalities, but what we thought it would be nice, and that was a guess. So you're never sure if you're doing it right or not. So we didn't have research backup. So that was a challenge. And technical aspects also, because Tim and Laura, they were new to 3D, and then every time they're learning a new tool and a new application, the integration of those tools, it's very hard to maintain exactly the same details and expressions and look and feel. So that was a challenge. Today they have way more knowledge and different tools, so it's easier. But that was a big challenge by then.
So in 2020, when we relaunched Sophie, we met globally and discussed how we could make her more multicultural. So there was a lot of discussions back and forth on what we wanted to do, if we wanted to actually make her into an avatar, or if we wanted to keep her more realistic. And trends in different areas are, there's always a different trend going on in different areas. So, we kind of went a little bit towards maybe making her a little bit more of a character, but we landed on making her more realistic.
When we have created Sophie, on purpose, we didn't want her to look so real. We wanted her to make sure that she wasn't real. She was a 3D avatar. But now we wanted her still to be a 3D avatar, but more to be able to communicate more emotions with her eyes, with her smile, with her expression. So the quality of the 3D that we're using, plus her look and feel, and also she's got blue hair. We wanted to add to her more of the multicultural, the diversity of being able to be whoever she wants to be, and anyone could relate to her. Anyone could feel comfortable talking to her. If she's a she, he, they, if she is from anywhere, any country, any culture, she belongs to everyone, and everyone feels comfortable with her. Still a very important key for us with Sophie is that you feel comfortable to be talking to her, connecting to her.
We also wanted her to keep that avatar AI look, so we gave her purple eyes. We wanted people to see her intelligence, and you can see it in her eyes and in her facial features. And later on, we also gave her a whole new wardrobe of clothes, so she's more fashionable.
I think the most important and challenging aspect of Sophie is making sure that she is most up to date with the new technologies, because technology changes so quickly. So we've used a lot of different programs over the years to create Sophie. We've done a lot of research in programs. We've also done a lot of research on the Sophie style. And then we've also worked with a lot of different programs. So she was initially designed in an Adobe program, and then we transferred her into a program that's called Character Creator. We recreated her in there, and then from there we bring her into a program called iClone. And from there we can animate her, and then we also have another program that we do her voice in. So we kind of have a big grouping of programs that we use, and we bring them all together, and it creates our finished product of Sophie.
I think Sophie is one of the most proud projects that I have. Sophie today is part of the Stefanini brand. I mean, she was quickly adopted by everyone. Everyone knows in a few months, everyone knows who Sophie is, whatever we use in our communication and marketing campaigns, we have higher results when we have Sophie. Sophie does have that emotional connection that we wanted. Sophie is loved, and it's part of the Stefanini identity brand. And Sophie is widely used globally. Every country of the 41 countries that we use have Sophie and embrace Sophie, and she is adopted in most of our solutions. So the natural language portion of our artificial intelligence suite, it's Sophie, and Sophie is really embedded and used in most of our offers.
I think that eventually Sophie is going to be an influencer in the industry. I think that we have a lot to say through Sophie and a lot to express through Sophie, and I think that she really will do some influencing, and people will really look to her for answers.
I would not only like to see Sophie as an influencer, as Laura said, but I would also like to see her in virtual reality, augmented reality, giving tours, showing our clients our different solutions. I think there's a lot of things that Sophie has yet to do, and a lot of things that she can do.
Whenever we have these new breakthroughs we will bring those things to SOPHIE, and we are also studying and trying to achieve a few breakthroughs ourselves. So the product will certainly keep evolving and will certainly keep getting closer to human level. That I can be sure.